Hey there, you're on the Love Them Knives channel. What do we got? We got the Massdrop Perpetua made by Millet Knives. Schwarz design. Yeah, we do. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. The Perpetua. I had to get one of these. You know what? I probably should have got two of them. Actually, depending on when this video actually gets pushed out the door, because I got a line. I always got a lineup of knives and things to talk about. So I don't know when this is going to come out. But right now, as I'm speaking, which is September 30th, I'm dating myself here. This will come out like October 20th, and you'll go, dude, you're timely. But in any case, so, but I mean, actually, you could buy one of these because the drop's been made and everything, the knives delivered to those people who ordered them in 1978. And that's another thing we could talk about. But no, they had extras, so they were selling them. So, in any case, this is, I paid, I think it was $109, I believe. And I think if you're buying one now, and I think if you were first to sign up, you got it $10 cheaper. I think it's $119. But, so, $119, let's just talk about that, you know. This is the Nitro V steel. This is kind of a chalky, stone washy look here. Made by Millet Knives up in Idaho. And it's got, of course, this kind of piston lock, axis lock looking mechanism here, which, of course, the patent on this lock mechanism that Benchmade uses has expired. So this was kind of advertised as the first major knife that's going to come out with this kind of lock system. And of course, this is being made in the United States. Schwarz design, like I said, Nitro V steel, gray G10 scales, right hand, left hand, tip up, carry. This is a real user knife at $119. That's not very expensive. It's not a real big knife, but it's not that small. So it's just, you know, just right, Goldilocks right there. Yes, it is. It's not too big, not too small, not too hot, not too cold. And it's like 3¼ inch blade, over 7.5, 19 centimeters. So, millimeters right about 80. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a 2¾ inch blade. It's 3¼ inch. You know, it's under 8 inches. So where are you, Rex? Rex or Rusty, whatever you want to call him. Bernie. I mean, there was a lot of names for this dude. But in any case, so yes, the Perpetua is a bigger knife. It's a 3.5 inch blade, 8¼ overall. It's not tremendously larger. It looks a lot larger in this aspect ratio, obviously. But yeah. And I took this knife apart, and all I got to say about that is, if you want to take your knife apart, don't. Don't. I've taken Benchmade knives apart before. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass it is to put them back together, because you got to take the slabs off both sides, and of course you got these steel liners, and this runs between the liners. Where did I put my printout? Okay, so I took it apart so you guys don't have to. But see, the axis lock mechanism goes back and forth here, and it's limited by the scale, so you cannot drop it into this hole. When you take these scales off, you can drop that piston into the hole and pull it through. Here it is, right? And you got the springs that you can see a little bit of it. It wraps around here, and it goes, and it pokes into that little hole you can just see in there. So which you can see right here, pokes into that little hole. Actually, you have a spring that works on one side and the other, because one side the spring pokes in that way, and the other side it comes around the thing and pokes in this way. So you got one that pokes this way, goes around this way, one this way. So there is a right hand and a left hand spring. So when I got mine disassembled, I took the pictures. Here's your bronze washers. It's not bearings or anything like that. And here's your standoffs. And there's your stop pin and the rest of your screws and stuff. And there's your piston for your lock. In any case, so you see the one spring? Where's the other spring, LTK? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Still haven't found it. I was so pissed. I swear to God. I took it apart somehow, maybe. I don't know what happened. I got a parts gremlin that lives in the house. I swear to God, I'll bet you could build like 5 or 10 knives with the parts that are hidden somewhere in my house. I don't know. It's just amazing. I gotta get in a basic, in a basin. I need to just quit disassembling knives on an open flat surface, because they'll just pop off, roll off somewhere. I don't know. I can't, whatever. In any case, so I'm missing the spring. So I call Millet Knives, and they answer on the first ring. And I told him my story, and he started laughing. It's like, crap. He says, I'll set you in a spring. And I go, could you send me an extra set as well? So he sent me the spring on this side and an extra set. And then he felt so sorry for me. And we talked about a half an hour in any case about this whole knife project and everything. So in any case, and just in general about knives, he sent me extra screws and washers, and it's like, oh my God. In any case, it was very nice of him. I forgot to give him my credit card number to pay for him. He just sent them to me, and I didn't tell him, who I was or anything. I was just Joe Blow. So in any case, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm one of the owners. And 8 guys work in the shop, and they got all this machinery, and they're making these knives, and I think they're going to do some more production type stuff under their own name and this and that. So it's really cool. They were surprised. He said, we thought we'd probably get about 250 knives on this drop, and it was 1,000. So yes, they got their job cut out for them. Oh, by the way, so then you've got these liners here, and of course they are weight relieved here. So they're steel liners. This is just a user knife as far as I'm concerned. But you know what? When I first got this knife, it didn't flick it wasn't like this. This is a dream, isn't it? Check this out. Look at that. I mean, isn't that nice? That is just really good action. I mean, this is, the one guy, I remember him saying something on Instagram or something, saying, it's not Benchmade-ish, Well, I don't know. This is really smooth. But I've had this for a while. This is really pretty new. So that's pretty damn smooth. I would say this knife seems a little bit more, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call it really silky, smoothly done. I mean, very, I'm trying to look for the words, as really refined in all ways. I mean, these liners, they could have been polished, and of course the blade itself is intentionally, just really rugged looking. I mean, so it won't scratch up and stuff. But this is made to be a user. I really kind of like the way it all turned out, to tell you the truth. I do. And this is just, I said, I need the spring on the presentation side. And he goes, are you talking about the side where the markings are all on? I go, no, actually the side that has nothing. That's normally the presentation side. So he goes, yeah, we kept that off of there, and I'm not, we put all this on the back so it wouldn't be obvious on the front. So it's interesting, the thought process and all the work. And here's the Perpetua box from Massdrop. Now that we've, oh yeah, here's my, oh, that poor guy. And, so I've got extra, oh, there we go. Another washer, screws, extra set of springs. Hey, I'm set up now. I can go big time on this. You know what? And to hell with it. I'm going to carry this knife. I mean, for $109, this is a knife you can carry, use. It's G10. It's chemical, resistant. The blade is so corrosion resistant. I never did. Massdrop thing. I'll give you the link to this Massdrop thing. Go see if they still got some more for sale. If not, they'll be on the secondary market. Probably won't be that much marked up over, what they were, $109.99 for the initial run when you jumped in it. And you know what? You need to get on Massdrop. So I'll give you a link. Well, when I give you the link to this knife on Massdrop, just, go sign up for a Massdrop account. First of all, I get a referral bonus if you do. Hey, I've got alternative motives. Hell yeah, I do. And when you refer your friends, you get a referral from them signing up too. So I've gotten a couple knives where I got either $10 or $20 off because of referrals. So hey, they tell you that in this whole thing. Any case, so and then they were first production perks, 10% off future drop, blah blah blah, and then TJ Schwarz, and I got the card where he did this hand signed print, so I got that with it too. That was really cool. But they talk about Nitro V, most often compared with ABL steel, custom knife like because it's using razor blades. It's just very, very, can go to a higher hardness, vanadium and nitrogen, better wear resistance, and obviously very, very corrosion resistant. So aggressive hollow grind, using their state-of-the-art grinding techniques. Yes, it is. So it's really cool. I like it. They got jimping on top of the blade here, which is effective. It's not overly aggressive, but of course they still wash the crap out of this blade, so of course it kind of smoothed it off. But that jimping's nice, and you got this breakaway here, so for sharpening you should be good. Kind of a choil type of thing. And these standoffs. But I'll tell you what, putting this thing back together is a it's a trip, because you got to put just the steel slabs, liners together, because you can't have this outer scale on here. You can't push your piston through and then put it up here. Then you got to put your springs and push them through the steel liners. And then meanwhile, you got to make sure you got your standoffs here as well. But you can't put the screws through your standoffs because you got to get the outer scale on first before you can do that. It's a little bit of a pain in the arse. So no, I am not going to do that again. I promise you. I promise you. I can't believe I did it to begin with, because I was an idiot and I didn't see it coming. So in any case, nice design though. I really like the design. How much does it weigh? Let's get down that road. We're 14 minutes in, and there's a lot to say. I don't want to leave anything unsaid, obviously. 4.38 ounces and 124 grams. That's not bad. That's not bad, Oh, well, we usually trying to get some stats, a little over 3 millimeters. That's not that thick, which is fine, actually. Come on. 1/8 inch, right? So what do we got overall? Fatness, not that bad. About what the Paramilitary 2 is. Paramilitary 2 is like you're fancy, is like a 0.45. So it's about the same thickness here. And blade stock on the paramilitary is actually thicker. It's 3.7. This is 3.12. So a little bit different. Doesn't really look like it does. Well, yeah, it kind of does. Okay, you can kind of see that difference in the thickness of the blade stock. Smaller knife, easy to carry. Just, look at that. I mean, easy one-hand deploy. Back and forth. Smooth. The ergos are great. The Schwarz design's really good. You may or may not like this pocket clip, but at least it came up and then it kind of flattened out at the tip. It actually goes in the pocket very well. Although, it kind of really comes up and, so yeah, you're going to kind of feel that. I'm going to see if I can find something that's a little lower. Well, not that dissimilar, are they? Yeah. No, it's easy to get in and out of the pocket, and no more cutting than you're probably going to do with a fairly medium to small EDC. I don't think that's going to bother you that much. Reverse grip's comfortable too. But yeah, you got room. You got room for your fingers on this. Yeah, nice, sharp, good and sharp. Out of the box, relatively good. So yeah, no complaints there. All right. Me and mine, we're going to leave you alone. We've chatted enough, I guess. But what do you think? I like the Perpetua. That's a cool design. That kind of sheep's foot blade thing. Not a piercing champ, but a real nice little slicer, huh? Maybe some people would have preferred the blade grind be a little taller. But you know what? This works. This works. Good looking. Like the gray G10. All right. I'm going to blow you out of here. What do you think? Flanagan and I, we got other things to do. So you guys, you know what we do around here. We love them knives. So you guys stay sharp, my friends.